Hi, Sagittarius. Sorry, I just got like an influx of energy, which is funny because this card actually says expand on it. How beautiful, and look at that detail on the artwork. Gorgeous. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get started on your monthly reading. We're going to start with an strange. Grab the wrong deck. We're going to go ahead and start with an animal energy card to take a look at the month ahead for you, Sag. Now, I'm a Sag rising, with it in my Pluto, I believe, in my 12th house. So it's a great stellium to have. Oh, interesting. We have the hummingbird. This came out for my Virgo reading. Maybe you have some strong Virgo placements or you checked out that reading. Now my hummingbird is in air sign energy, so Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius coming out. Now the cool thing about the hummingbird is that they are incredibly resourceful, extremely spiritually positive, and the reason being is that they always know where to find the nectar, the source, right, of their energy. So Sagittarius, I am kind of getting that this upcoming month, you are going to be in a really good and positive mood. This is very different from Virgo, I'm going to be honest. I'm getting a completely different hit off this. We have the golden egg on the back of the deck as well. Ooh, I think the golden egg is the unstruck sound at the center of the heart. So there might be a message that you'll either be receiving or a moment where you'll be like, oh, like, I know what I need to say. I know what I need to do for myself. And then we have the cheetah, and I see you running towards it incredibly quickly. The cheetah is a fire sign energy. That's going to be Leo, Sagittarius, of course. And what am I missing? Aries? Yeah, Aries. So yeah, I do see this month being very fruitful for you. Oh my goodness, I feel as if you are going to have just an amazing idea that you won't be able to hold back from running towards here. Let's get some more information using my Chakra Oracle deck. We'll grab some situations, then we'll jump into the tarot. So yeah, maybe you've been like anxious or preoccupied. Yup, we have despondence coming out. So maybe you've been feeling a bit despondent, a little anxious or preoccupied. Maybe worried that you're not going to get your like shine back. I'm getting. Maybe you've been feeling stuck in some kind of situation. We have acceptance coming out. Let's get one more. Ooh, we have service and vanity in reverse. Okay. All right, interesting. On the back of the deck, we have abundance coming out. Yeah, like I said, like you know where to find the nectar. I feel like you're really going to be tapping into quite a beautiful and expansive energy this month. Interesting. Okay. Let me get a couple situations because I have a lot to say, but I don't want to jump into it. We have single in reverse. Okay, yeah, I'm getting it. I want to get one more. Okay. I didn't want 3 more, but I'll take them. On the back of the deck, we have magnetic in reverse. So I do get the sense that there is a situation where you have just been feeling like drained, exhausted. This actually might be a relationship because we have single in reverse and then come together. So this might be a relationship, especially with my love card being in reverse, where you just feel like it's kind of run its path. But you've accepted where you guys are at. And maybe this is a situation where like you don't want to cause problems. You don't want to like, rock the boat in this situation because like things aren't bad, but you're not exactly happy. Maybe you feel like you're in, because we have service and vanity. Maybe you feel like you have to stay. This doesn't have to be a love relationship. This could actually be like family, where it's like maybe you take care of a family member, and it's something that you just kind of accepted, that even though it doesn't make you very happy, it's something that you still choose and you feel like you have to do. And so this month I very much feel like you are releasing some kind of burden off of yourself, some kind of like, it's almost like an expectation that's been pushed on you that you're not exactly happy with. And I see you looking at the past as well, being kind of nostalgic this month. Maybe even running from some things in your past that, things that you don't want to think about or look at. And I see you kind of looking at them and accepting them quite head on here in order to move forward. Interesting. I'm really kind of stuck on this energy. It's like you don't want to leave the situation. You've just kind of accepted what it's at, but in being able to like look at the past and seeing how different things used to be, how much happier you used to be, you might be realizing that acceptance it's not the correct way right here. Interesting. I'm a little bit confused, I can't lie. It's almost like you're in a relationship that just isn't working, or in some kind of dynamic that isn't really working for you anymore. It's not making you happy, and yet you've accepted it anyways. Interesting. Yeah. This almost gives me like the service and vanity gives me kind of like a pious effort here, where it's like maybe you feel like you are expected to do this, so you do it, and there's just no way out. This feels weirdly enough kind of like you're trapped in a way. How strange. Maybe you might be realizing that that like maybe your voice has been trapped in a situation this upcoming month. I'm gonna go ahead. I want to grab a tarot deck that's over there because I have one in mind for this reading. Now that we've pulled this out, that will hopefully help me clarify some of this, because I'm a bit confused, Sagittarius. Why would you accept what's less than you? You know? Okay, so I have this mystical deck. Let's go ahead and take a deeper look. What's going on, my Sagittarius, is this upcoming month? I'm not taking all those. It's crazy. One at a time, please. One at a time, ladies. We have my Seven of Cups coming out with Nessie. How beautiful. So I do see that you have a lot of options. Why aren't you taking them? We have Judgment. Maybe you made a choice. Maybe you had a lot of options and you made a choice. Eight of Pentacles. Hard work. Six of Pentacles. Okay, it's an unfair relationship. I'm going to kind of ramble for a second while I try to get a grip on this situation because I'm confused. Four of Pentacles. All right. My Ten of Swords coming out with the Griffin. I have two clarifiers, Strength and the Knight of Wands. I'm actually going to move that there. Here, 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 and here. Okay. Then we have the Sun and the Ace of Swords. I was picking up on a relationship, and this does, with the Sun coming out, it seems like some kind of commitment that you've chosen that has really turned out to be this double-edged sword. I'm getting like a really draining energy during this reading, where it's like someone is like sapping my energy, but I just kind of don't care. Maybe that's where you're at, where you're like, maybe you're with someone who's like incredibly draining, or even I was picking up like mean to you with that Six of Pentacles. But maybe just like you're just so worn down you don't care. I don't understand. So we have my Seven of Cups and Judgment. So I do get in the sense where like you're looking back in the past, you're seeing how many options you made, and you're looking at the decision, the option that you chose out of the options that you had. And with my Eight of Pentacles, you might be recognizing that like you chose the hardest path out of all the options that you had. And with my Six of Pentacles, this could be like a very unfair relationship or dynamic where, yeah, it's like this person doesn't value you properly, or they did in the beginning, and now it's like that how they valued you in the beginning is no longer present. Like the cooperation, the teamwork that you guys had in the beginning, the, what am I hearing? Not contract, but like the agreement that you guys had in the beginning on like how to treat each other, it seems to be dissipating. And that has left you like to kind of heal on your own in this situation. There is something here to do with vanity and ego, especially with ego and appearances. And I think that's a big thing that you'll be realizing in this upcoming month is like how you stayed in this situation that's just kind of exhausting and draining to you. Maybe avoided some kind of heartbreak here with that being underneath the sun. Yeah, it's like you've been alone. It's like you've been alone in some kind of relationship. I'm so sorry, Sagittarius. I was expecting something a lot happier. I'm going to be honest with you. Maybe you've been fighting on your own for a long time while still having a partner. I've been in that situation. I dated someone for like years, and we would sit in the same room together and not talk for like months on end. And it was the loneliest relationship I've ever been in. But I stayed in it because like I really cared about that person, and I was really young, so I was like, oh, well, what will people think, like, if we break up, and, you know, like, what will, you know, what will my family say, like, because we've been together for so long, and da-da-da-da, but they treated me horribly, I'm going to be honest with you, and I look back at the past now, and again, I'm a Sag rising, so I look back at the past now, and I'm like, thank goodness that I left that situation, because that person, like, sucked the life out of me. Let me get some clarifiers here, because I do see, with my Knight of Wands, I see a really rapid shift happening in your ego here, especially when you start to take a look at the past and maybe some things that are lining up. With my Queen of Wands in reverse, my Three of Wands in reverse, King of Pentacles in reverse, one more. Okay, I'm not doing this. Stop playing games with me. One more. Okay. Jeez. Okay, we'll take the 2. We have 4 of Cups and Page of Cups. Okay. You have my Queen of my Queen of Wands in reverse, my 3 of Wands in reverse. I'm seeing that, like, this person is not who you really thought that they were in the long term. Like, who they originally showed themselves off to be is not who you've been with as of recently. This might have been who they were in the first couple months, maybe the first year, but this is not who they are now. They have changed, and honestly, I think it's draining you of your finances or your energy. We have my 4 of Cups here. So again, it's like the yearning, looking at the past, looking at how things used to be with this person and how there's been so much love lost between you two since then. This almost feels like quite a bit of resentment has been built. We have my 8 of Swords in reverse, where it's like you're not really speaking or talking. And we have my 10 of Cups upright. This could be like family had tried to warn you and you didn't take their advice here, especially with the Emperor being in reverse. It's almost like now you're looking back at maybe what some family members or some friends had said about this relationship, and you're like, man, like they were kind of right, like, and I didn't listen to them. We have my 8 of Swords with my 10 of Pentacles there. Opportunity. I feel like you have a lot of opportunities to talk, but we have my Queen of Swords right behind that. So it's like whenever you try to bring this up to this person, it's like they're mean because they're trying to keep some kind of like stagnating peace here. I'm sorry that this isn't like a happier reading, but like that's what I'm seeing for the month up ahead for you, is like this is a very double-edged sword where you're realizing that you're not with someone who makes you happy anymore. And maybe they used to, but it's just something that you've kind of outgrown, or that you've grown in different directions from. And it almost feels like it's time to let go, but you're scared of some kind of heartbreak. And I am very sorry about that. My cat just hissed in the hallway. Interesting. Yeah. Okay, I want to go ahead and grab a self-care card, because I feel like you're going to need it this month, Sagittarius, because this seems a little bit sad. Like you're going to be a bit down in the dumps this month. You know, I don't want to take too much of your time, but let me grab my quiet deck and take a look and see what's the future of this for my Sagittarius. Okay. King of Wands upright, Knight of Cups in reverse, and 9 of Swords in reverse. Okay, yeah. So I feel like after you recognize this, with my King of Wands, after you like recognize this and see it, the paranoia of being stuck with someone that makes you feel alone is going to make you act. With my King of Wands. Not act out, but act. And while it might hurt, while it might be a double-edged sword here, we do have the World coming out. So I do see things getting better for you in the future, but it might involve letting this person go. Look, we have the Lovers and the 8 of Swords. Oh my goodness. And the Ace of Pentacles, like having an opportunity to talk to them about how you're feeling. And if it's not letting them go, maybe it is making massive changes in the relationship in order to keep each other, you know? Some relationships require work in order to, you know, grow together or find each other, you know, in this path. Let's grab, I feel like heavy. Let's grab a self-care card. We have my abundance planning coming out, number 1. Yeah, so it's like if we are going to be happy in this relationship together, we have to find a way to make each other happy. And it's about talking with your partner and planning that out. And then we also have hydrate, number 9, coming out. Completion. It's so funny. We have number 1 for abundance planning, and that's the beginning. And then we have number 9, hydration. That's the completion. That's the ending. On the back of the deck, I have take a walk, number 7. That's about forgiveness. So maybe you need to like take a walk and think about some things. Get your head straight. I just heard like hear some birds, listen to some birds. I like listening to birds. I'm going to grab some initials here and just, I think that's where I'm going to leave this reading. Okay. And a quick angel number as well. We have 543. 543, angel number meaning. That'll be your message from Spirit today. Type that in your browser. You have Mars coming out. That is passion, but it's also war. And we have Leo being highlighted there. We have the Lovers as a mini charm. So again, love being highlighted. We have books. Maybe there's a book that you could read on this. We have the initials. I have a lug nut. That's not sure why that cut out. But we have this lug nut here. So maybe you've had some kind of car troubles or issues with a car. Maybe you're planning to travel. Like I said, we have the Lovers here being highlighted, so it does definitely feel like a love situation. We have my manta ray as one of the charms. So here it's heavily about like growing a backbone. I can't even front with you. I have a manta ray in my animal spirit deck, and in the book it says like to grow a spine, basically. So you need to like grow a spine. Not to be harsh with you, but grow a spine and tell this person what you're thinking and how you're feeling so you can make some changes about it. Now we do have a little music note. Maybe you're a musician, maybe you play an instrument. Maybe you want to focus on music or take your music in a different career. I was going to say path or direction, but okay. Yeah, maybe you want a career in music, or you've been a musician and it's not working for you, so you'd like to pursue a different career. All right, and then for the initials, we have 4. We have W. Where's my list? We have W, Winston, Will, Wilma, Wyatt, Wilson, Wayne, Wilfred. We have G, Gary, Garth, Gabrielle, Gabriella, Gabe, Glenn, Gail, Gretchen, George. We have E, Aaron, Erica, Eric, Ella, Elise, Esme, Edward, Ellie, Eleanor, Evan, Eva, Elsa, Ethan. And then we have M, Mason, Michael, Monica, Mary, Martha, Mark, Madeline, Martin, Macy, Marcy, Mitchell, Millie, Maya. And I also saw the word gem, G-E-M. So maybe you thought this person is like maybe you do see this person as like a gem. But I think in order for this to continue, some changes would have to be made, and that's totally okay. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me today. I really did appreciate doing your reading, even if it wasn't exactly the most positive thing I was expecting. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know down in the comments how this resonated with you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!